Hello, Grumpy, can you hear me? We're in the vertical tonight, folks. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm going back in time here, man. Wow. I think you guys can hear me just fine. Spike says I'll hang in as long as I can. Thank you, brother. I know it's late in Scotland. Tribe worldwide. We are tribe strong. Shit, I had to refresh. But the sound is okay, brother? And Rhinestone Suzanne is listening in the background. Thank you, Rhinestone. So is Hobo Jack. Jack's working. He's very, very busy, he said. But he's got us on the audio in the background. Thank you all for tuning in. It all helps. Sound is good. Thank you very much, Grumpy. Grumpy slid in #1 today, folks. Simon breathes right on his tail from Germany. Simon was here. Dad was there. Larry is in the house. Rhinestone is in the house. We got Spike in Scotland is in the house. Lawrence is here. Larry to friends and family. Hobo's Hideaway. Black Widow Woodworking. The Mod Squad is in the house. Anybody in blue, you guys watch your P's and Q's because the folks in blue got their eyes on you. And that goes for LaRue too. Where are my manners? LaRue is in the house, folks. LaRue is here, and he is going up into the special VIP. Oh, you guys all know. So, there you go. LaRue, thank you, buddy. LaRue, if you're new here, he does all the music making. And you're going to actually hear some today because although we're not set up in my OBS today with the music and the scenes and all the different cameras and stuff, I just felt like I wanted to go kicking a little bit more OG style, the way we've done it in the past. But I got my Suno set up here. I made a playlist, so I'm going to test it out. I don't know if how well it's going to work because you're getting the audio from my phone, okay? So how the audio from this laptop to the phone is going to transfer, we don't know, but we're going to try it. I would like to have some music in the background, anyways, even though we're not in OBS. You know, the rules, man. We got to figure out ways around it and make a goddamn tootin' show for my folks. Right? Oh my goodness, brother. My brother Darren is in the house. Hello, bro. Another part of the mod squad, you guys. Chris Behringer's at Wheels is here. How's it going, Wheels? Thank you, man. Another one from across the pond and another moderator in the mod squad. Wicked. Stevens S. Carvings is here. Hello, Steven. Thank you for popping in, brother. This is just awesome. Tribe strong, folks. Tribe strong. And I think you guys all know how much it means to me. It really, really does being here. I know how precious time is. Vetro Dex is here, Lou. Hello, Vetro. How are you doing? Thank you for popping in, Vetro. Hello, hello. So yes, folks, just doing what we do here. You guys know how much we love creating and sharing the art. And for us here, art is for therapy, for purpose, and for my life, it's for family. I take any windfalls from the art that we make and put it back into my family and just this channel and all of you all. You guys are all our wonders, and we truly appreciate you, and we're going to do our best to always fulfill our promises and making this the best goddamn tootin' WIP Wednesday show there ever done was. All right? All right. After spitting on you, sorry about that. How Ting Spike says Chris Behringer, yes. Chris is in the UK, Spike is in Scotland. Bob Perkins is here. Hello, sir. How you doing, Bob? Thanks for tuning in. It's so freaking wicked that we have the Kindred Spears Woodcarvers tribe from Facebook, and then also the whole tribe from YouTube. We're all a huge collective and a huge family, growing strong, and we all pop in here, and it's just the support is just magical. Magical. Maria Breeds is here. Hello, that is Maria Simon Breeds from Germany, his better half. How you doing, my lady? Thank you for popping in. That's awesome. Drew Pearson is here. Can I have a shout out? Of course, Drew Pearson. Drew Parson, this is your shout out. Thank you for popping in. Oh, Drew Parson's birthday today. Happy birthday, Drew. Thanks for being here. That's awesome. Oh, spamming something about spam in the chat. Peter Blair, the mad scientist, is here. How are you doing, sir? Peter is here, and that's good because what we're working on today, you guys, has to do with Peter. Yes, this old Labra, who we're going to be staining today finally, wouldn't be here today without the help of Mr. Peter Blair. And he made this amazing, amazing base for Labra. Okay, now Labra is a candlestick Woodspirit light piece. Okay, and I should say, it's a he. We've figured that part out. He lights up. We have the little flame flickering thing on the top. Now we made that. We carved Labra in our live stream show some months back now. We've just been banging out things, man. It's just been crazy here. If you're new here, please subscribe because you're going to see all sorts of cool things, and it's like lots of it is wood carving and doing wood spirits and really, really magical enchanted kinds of things. And then, but also, my brother and I create art together. He's Darren 2B1V. We're two brothers, one vision. And he creates copper work and I do carving, and we combine that stuff. So a lot of the things that you see on the show are Darren and myself working together. That's where the whole art is for therapy, purpose, and family comes in, because I work with my brother. It's a family kind of, we're a pack. We're a freaking wolf pack. That's what I'm trying to say. Hello. Okay, I see some things here being deleted. The mod squad are on it. Okay, thank you, folks. Hey, Joseph Keller is here. Joe, he got the tune in. How you doing, Joe? I hope you're doing great, man. One of mine is here from Oregon. How you doing, sir? I hope you're on the ready for any searching we need to do in the background. Frickin', we should be making one of mine a mod squad. He's always there with a laptop ready to search if old Wowie gets stumbling and telling stories and he needs some backup, which often seems to happen. Thank you guys very much for popping in. Sure does mean a lot. And I want to say, too, last time, anybody who tuned in last time, if I grossed anybody out or offended you on my OCD personal hygiene stories, ramblings, I apologize. I won't do that again. But again, it's when you're dealing with Wowie, he don't lie. He's very, very too much information often comes rambling out. So at least it's one good thing is that you guys know that I'm not capping ever. I'm not a capper. I ain't capping. I'm not no liar. Even when I was younger and an asshole and a dipshit, I just always it can be easy to lie sometimes, but the regret ain't easy, right? And I very, very truly feel I believe in do unto others, right? So karma is real. So yeah, you ain't gonna get no lying from old Wowie here, and sometimes he just says a little bit too much. My goodness. Hey, Edward Misma is here. Thank you, Edward. Very much appreciated. It's an art channel. And also it's about the most important canvas of all, and that's us, you, okay? The inner work, the self-work. We also do a lot of that on this channel because I personally and my brother as well, two brothers, one vision, we use art as a therapy for different hardships that we face in our life, right? That's what Made in Pain's all about. Spike told me, we were talking this morning, and Spike told me the Latin, how to say Made in Pain in Latin, and that was so freaking cool. I'm gonna have to learn it and write it down here, but thank you, Spike. That gave me a chill, like I told you. Aubrey is here. Aubrey Ranches is in the house. This is my cousin, you guys. Aubrey, thank you, cousin. I'm gonna throw some hearts out there for you. That's wicked. Be real, they will feel. That is right, Grumpy. That is right. Made in Pain hashtag, you freaking know it. My addiction recovery time. That is awesome. Art for me is addiction recovery time. Is that ever powerful, man? One of mine. I love that. I freaking love that. I don't know what I can see in some of these comments, there's a symbol being put in the symbol. I don't know what that means. I think we may have got spammed or something in here in the old chat. I don't know how all that works. Moderators are going to have to keep an eye on that stuff. Please and thank you. Yes. So, folks, like I said, we're going to be working on this stuff today. Now, when I carved Labra, you know what? Lately here in the workshop, I've been picking up the pieces that we've created here, but lots of times I won't finish them. I'll get them to the finishing phase, and then it'll be like, okay, well, I know what I got to do to finish that one. We've done the bulk of the work on the live stream, but and then I'll set it aside with the best intentions, but then I get all wrapped up in the next project because I'm trying to keep a good turnover here and keep people interested and happy. So that's what happened with Labra, and that's what happened with a lot of the things in here. Like when I picked up the gnome home again for Delan's challenge, Delan, I got that gnome house done, the light piece, and he saw it and he really really loved it too. So I'm glad, and it's winding up. I found out that the Gnome Home Challenge is done on May 1st, you guys. So you got a good 2 weeks, just less than 2 weeks to go, Simon. And Simon, just so you know, DeLon's challenge is hosted by DeLon's Handmade Working. It's not a Kindred Spirits challenge per se, but we're just promoting it and supporting it. I just want to say that in case anybody was confused. But yes, our gnome home is done, and that was one that I had been working on. Month by month, I'll be working on a project, and then I'll set it down. Then I'll work on it some more. It's just kind of how it goes. And so Labra was in that state. We had wired him up, got him to the point where it was all finished, and we got to see what it looked like with the bulb and everything done. And then it got set aside. Now, when I first started working with Labra, I'm going to turn this light on here so you guys can see a little bit better. But you see the grain in Labra? You see how there's lots and lots of crazy grains in there. Now, it's cool. You see here all of those different rings, all of the different colors. When I carved this, I didn't really know that I was going to. I didn't know. I don't know. I'm just a beginner too. We're all learning together. But you can see all those different colors in Labra, right? So, yeah. I set them aside, and it was kind of like, well, I'll figure that out. I'll look at them for a while and adore them like we do here, and then make my decision later. Now, when I was doing the gnome home, there were a lot of different colors. A lot of it was this really, really pale wood color. And I didn't know, but it had different spots and knots that kind of threw my eye off in certain areas, okay? And which it also happens with Labra. But I stained it anyways. I stained the gnome home really thoroughly, I guess I should say. I stained everything, the windows, all of the trim and stuff around on the gnome home, and I used darker stains, like a traditional American. I used a Sedona red for all the trim and around the door and stuff, and then I ebonized the doors and the rocks with vinegar and steel wool. Ebonized, got that term from old Joe there. Thank you, Joe, for setting old Wowwy'z straight. That's Mart. Oh, I see what you're doing. I see what you guys are saying. Sapwood is a lighter wood and gives a great effect. I see, Spike. Double tap that screen, folks. That's right. Hit the like button. You know what? If it's not for Wowie, you know what you do it for? You do it for this little darling right here. And that, you guys, is Algie, the algorithm hamster. Yes, folks, Algie gets a pellet when you hit like on the stream. And if you subscribe, Algie gets a yogurt drop. And you can see, folks, Algie's little tum is getting a little bit smaller. Algie needs her yogurt drops. All right? Jesus. Algie, by the way, shout out to Claire Bear. Claire is a sister carver, a sister in many ways. She is also an admin for the Kindred Spirits Wood Carvers, which I am as well. And she right now is in Spain, and she was shooting some pictures of the crazy cathedrals. Oh my goodness, and shared it into the admin chat. Hello, Claire Bear. I know you can't, I know you're not here and you're enjoying it. Have a great time and take lots of pictures because that's just awesome stuff, man. I love cathedrals. You might hear me ramble about it today while we're working. Yes, thanks. Thanks. And since Peter Blair is in the house here, I want to congratulate Peter with his woodworking group on Facebook, carving and stuff. They reached their 14,000 member milestone. Congratulations, Peter, and all of the admins. I don't know all of them, but this goes out to all y'all. Congratulations, man. That's wicked that you guys made it. He's having a whole bunch of giveaways. Of course, I got slimed my little button there and entered each one of them. Hey, You just never know. Sometimes Wowwy'z got some really good luck. Sometimes it's woohoo, not so much. Not so much. I'm still seeing some of these weird, yep, there's Algae the algorithm hamster. I don't know what those symbols are in there. Don't know what I think one of those people that came in here made the symbols in the. So I apologize. I don't know what's going on there with you guys. I don't know what's happening. Don't know what's happening. Yeah, it is. Our the Kindred Spirits Wood Carvers group is the group that I'm an admin in. And if you're a carver and watching this and not yet a member, please come and check us out. Come check us out, man. Kindred Spirits Wood Carvers on Facebook. It's an amazing group. And then check out carving and stuff. And we're slower moving. We're just reaching our 10,000 member mark. But Pete's is just giving her. Pete's is there. There is a public group, and they're just doing amazing. And so many awesome woodworkers on there, man. Okay, well, you guys don't see any? Okay, good. Good. Thank you. Thank you for confirming, Grumpy Mod Squad. Ciao! So, like I said, guys, we're going to stain. Now, my plan today. Maybe that makes. I'm sorry. I'm always fucking with the lights. Sorry, Adwin. If Mark makes it, Mark Anthony is watching. I'm sorry, Adwin. I didn't know his daughter watches. I try my hardest to not say the old F-bomb, but it happens. So, yes. I get trailed off there, but congratulations, Pete, and on your group and everybody else. And that goes for if Mr. Johnson is watching, his groups have just blown up too. His new ones, Dremel Carving for Beginners, and he's got another one, well, just for his members, for his Carving Fusion, but his groups are doing really, really well. It's so awesome, man, to see all of the collective of artists and creators all sharing their stuff. Oh, it's just, I can't put it into words because it's like to share your work with others and to share your shine because you're all lighthouses out there. It's just a magic in this world, and it's so much needed right now in this crazy, crazy effed up world, right? You know, we need more art. We need more just real, soulful people and stuff. You know, let's flood this social media with freaking good shit. You know, no more negative, no more hate, no more bad, no more division. It's time to reunite, man, because divided we will fall. Depression Talk is here. Hello, thanks for coming back, man. I really appreciate you. That's awesome. Depression Talk is a wonder here and a friend. $5 bar to the jar, right on. Yep, $5 to the Wowie jar. That's right. Chronic Carlos, how you doing, man? Like to sub. Looking forward to seeing the craft. Thank you, Chronic Carlos. Very much appreciated, brother. Yes, we need the new subs. We need to keep growing. You know, I've been using the OBS, and I love it so much having all my different scenes and being able to play my music that we're creating here. LaRue, hard at work, old LaRue. But for whatever reason, the algorithm, you don't. When I'm coming from a streaming software source, we're not getting as big of a reach, and we still have to balance that. I can't be doing it and then moving backwards in my numbers. You know, it just doesn't make sense for me that way. And the biggest thing about this whole channel and everything else is getting artwork out there and reaching people, you know, and showing them that they can do it too. You can do it too. You're a freaking miraculous wonder and capable of amazing things. Each and every one of you are. Let me see. Thanks, Carl. Yeah, no worries, man. Wowwy'z brother, how you doing? It's your cousin Vinny. How? Yes, my brother Darren Vincent Koza. How you doing, Vincent? We came all do it to it. That's right, Black Widow. And let me tell you, man, it's the support of you folks is like there ain't nothing like it. That's all I can say. I could ramble for hours and hours and hours about how much I freaking appreciate you and adore you guys' support. So what I'm going to do here, because you've probably seen enough of my mug, I'm going to do this. I always did this back in the day here. Back in the day, when we only streamed in vertical. Back in the day. is our only way. All right, wowie. So we're just gonna kind of do it like that. Get you situated, huh? Get you situated. There. So before now, I'm telling you guys, I get so excited and I get caught up here. I got the cord here. I got all the bits and pieces for Labra, because Labra here is a lamp, of course. I have all the bits and pieces set up for wiring him again. Why do I always call it a her? Why? It's just like that thing. It's the same thing like boats and stuff. You always want to give it a girl's name. I don't know, but it's just kind of how I am. But we never did finish signing the bottom. Okay, now you can see on here we got the P player. Now this is going to be backwards to you guys because I'm using it says 2B1V. I'm using my front facing camera, which flips everything. So if I show you guys anything, excuse that, okay? But you see that says 2B1V backwards, and the P player there, because P player made this awesome, amazing bass. This is a spalted maple, I believe. I do believe. But we never finished signing it. And I'm not staining this. I am not touching this, and I am not effing with that. That is beautiful. The grains and the spalting, like look at that color, you guys. That is beautiful. Okay. Both traditionally given female names and referred to as she due to the centuries-old maritime superstitions, linguistic traditions, and a desire for protection. That's why people used to call them boats. Both boats and girls' names. Thank you, one of mine. You see that? Ka-choom! I'm just like freaking Joe Rogan here. I get all my awesome info coming to me. Thank you. Just Carver Rob is in the house, you folks. My goodness. Hello, Lane is here. Hello, tribe. Better than ever. Better late than never, he said. So sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Lane. That's true, man. Anytime. And even if you guys can't watch till the next day, it sure helps old Wowie. It sure helps old Wowie. Thank you for coming, Rob. Just carve Rob. And you guys, if you don't know about Rob's channel, he is a wicked artist, as there's so many in this live stream already. I bet you if I was to take, and if you were to go and check each person's channel in this live chat here, you'll find that they have awesome talents and channels as well. And do it to it. Support them all, man. Tribe strong. So I'm just going to grab the old razor tip here. This is a razor tip wood burner from Saskatchewan, Canada, based. The company is. Shout out to Razor Tip. They don't know who we are, but I sure know who they are. And above here, it's just out of sight, but I cut a bunch of PVC pipe and put them into like a little shelf, and that's what keeps all my pens. So I keep all my razor tip pens just above me there. Above. This is called the creation station, okay? Right here. And so I got everything set up here. So it's like boom, bing, bang, bop. I can just grab everything. All my burrs, all my Kutzall, and all my special burrs are up here across the top on the magnetic strips. All right. And then when I'm carving, I got my magnetic cuff, which you can find this magnetic cuff that holds the burrs while you're carving. You can find that in the Amazon links down below. Yes, we are Amazon associates, and we are also Kutzall affiliates. That's why there's a Kutzall link down below. And if you do use our link and they ask for a promo code, please use promo code DIB5. I'm going to type it into the chat here. So, because if I show it to you on a piece of paper, it's going to be backwards. Okay, there it is. Promo code DIB5 is in the chat. And maybe if somebody can throw that Kutzall link there in the chat too, it'd be very much appreciated. But yes, I got to say it on every live that we are in fact doing that. So, calm her down, Wowie. Calm her down. Jesus, wow. Promo code DIB5, 139 bucks for the razor tip. Razor tip wood burning systems are well made and built to last. 2 models are available. They're the same quality and have the same features except for the number of handpiece plugins. That is just awesome. Thank you, one of mine. I couldn't have said it better myself. So basically here, um, on the bigger set, you get two of these plugs right here for your pens. And this cord here with the red, this is the upgraded cord, and it's called the heavy duty cord, and that's so that you can have the bigger hand pieces. What I mean by the bigger hand pieces is that you get these different pins, and there's bigger ones where the foam that you hold on to is fatter, and that's what you need the red cord for, is for those bigger ones, and they can run longer and hotter than the smaller ones. Capiche? All right. I'm happy we got that situated. Now, as I talk here, I thought maybe that we could have a little bit of music in our lives today. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, you guys. Thank you, Spike, for throwing up the Kutzall affiliate link. When I tune in to you, I can click people's names and go directly to their YouTube and sub, but I don't get to do that here. Why is that? I'm not sure. I don't know about that with the live chat, sir. Sorry. Maybe the live chat as it's going doesn't support it, and then only afterwards. Yes. Sorry about that. Oh, one of mine says you have to be a mod to do the clicky clicky while we're in the live chat. Oh, hey, from Trees of These is here. How you doing, Trees of These? Thanks for popping in. See if this helps. See if this helps, Pete. From Trees of These tuned in. Tribe strong, folks. Tribe strong. My goodness. Okay, you guys. Get my light situated there a little bit better. But the cozy lights. We like the cozy lights around here. Now I'm just going to hit the play on my music here to see what that would sound like in the background. Broadcasting to you from the creation station, from nation to nation, tribe worldwide. We are tribe strong. Welcome to WIP Wednesdays. Just Drive Rob has an amazing channel, you guys. I was just trying to say. Can you hear the music there? Okay, you guys? Vision. Well, I just turned it on for you, Pete. Made you blue. Sorry if it made you blue, sir. Is the music come okay? Is it too loud? Or can you hear it even? I was gonna say, Pete, with the notification thing, when you turn them on, do you hit all or custom? Because if you have to go on when you turn on the notifications, you should turn it on to all. Because I leave it on custom sometimes and it don't work. Okay, can't hear the music. Here, let me try this. Hello, Joseph. Okay, guys. Well, if the music ain't playing, if you can't hear the music, I should probably just turn it off. I thought that might work all right. Hey, there's my curves. Still no music, eh? You guys can't hear that? Speaking of amazing creators, Matt Carves, you guys who just came into the chat, another wicked, wicked creator, you guys. No, Spike says no, can't hear the music. Oh, just stop that then. No, Pete said he couldn't hear the music either. Yes, Matt, I saw that too. I still have to tune in and watch it thoroughly and fully, But Matt's always creating just awesome things over there, you guys. I'm gonna have to catch up on the things, and I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. I don't either, Larry says Black Widow. Okay. That's interesting. You guys can hear my voice fine, but you couldn't hear that music. Huh. That's very, very interesting. Oh, maybe that's what's happening is a noise cancellation. I'm just talking through my MacBook. I'm just using my MacBooks, but that could be it. Huh. Well, sorry about that, guys. I thought I'd have some back music going too. I don't know why that wouldn't work. I'm not using a mic or nothing. Very strange. Okay, guys, I'm going to start by doing that. 2B1V. I'm going to use three different razor tip pens here. Now, I always like to use this one here. This one here with that weird little shape there. That's how I make my B's and my P's and my little D's, or sometimes big D's. It just depends on how big letters I'm making, right? But I use that a lot for doing those things. So since there's a B in 2B1V, we're going to be using one of those. But the first little bits here that I do for the 2 and the 1 and the V and that stuff, I'm just going to use this smaller pen. This smaller pen with this little tiny head is the razor tip F2S. Now that's backwards again. Sorry, you guys. And this one here is just this little guy here. Now it's a thin little tiny rounded one, and I do my my curves, like the curve in a 2. I'll do it almost in like eighths, and I kind of turn. I don't do it in one long stroke. It's hard to do that with wood burning. Well, I find anyways, with the pens that I have. So I do everything in little tiny, so the 2 will be like little tiny increments. And I kind of turn the pen as I do it in little bits. Okay. I wonder how to turn noise cancellation off. It's probably on my I see there's a mic button on the face of my phone. Would that have something to do with it? Hey, Daniel Tharp is here. Sorry, I didn't catch you there, man. Huh. I wonder. Well, I don't like pushing buttons on here when I'm in the middle of doing stuff. That freaks me out, pushing buttons on the front of the thing there. So I'll just won't mess with that. But I gotta look into that. Jeez. Sorry, guys. I was really stoked about having background music on my vert. I'm a vert. So give me one moment here, guys, while I plug this bad boy in. That's another thing I gotta work on in my workshop, working with an E, of course, is just power bars and stuff. I got so many freaking things to plug in, but yet my little house here ain't on the best. We're not on the best, whatever. I don't know what you call, but like our power box or whatever inside is like from the 70s. So it's not the best. Our fuse box, I should call it. Okay, now I know this pen likes to be around at 8.5. I'm just going to start going here, guys. And then I'll show you as I do it. Jeez. Gotta be careful of that. I do not want to break that thing. Okay. That would be a big time bad. Okay, let's turn her on and get started on this. Because I want to get Labra stained, man. I know that when we start putting some deeper, darker colors on there, everything is, all the features, it's going to snap into, it's going to be better. Okay, here we go. And then when I get her on the part where I can go. Now, something I just noticed, folks, and I got to turn that off for a second. So, Wowie once again was being a bit of a dingbat. I didn't have a board. A freaking wood burning board, you guys. What the frick are you thinking, kid? You guys know why I gotta do that, right? If any of those little cinders get through into my carving box, that's what this box is here, is a suction box. Okay. Hey, John is in the house. Hello. Hello. Never enough plugs. Just Garv Rob says, you know it, brother. Thanks for tuning in, John. But yes, folks, this sucking box here is where all the dust, all the wood dust goes into my cyclone, into my dust collector. And you do not want to get wood burning bits in there because, well, just because I don't have to. I don't like saying certain things because you put out into the ether and then the universe might want to make it happen. So I'm just going to say it's not safe. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, now bottom half of the tube. And this is pretty strong wood too, so I'm going to turn that up just a touch. Okay, the 2 is established. Now I'm just going to quickly go the higher still. Here we go. Doing the 1. Little doodad on the bottom of the 1. Might as well give this little hoo-hoo there. All righty. Now we're going to work on the V. I try and time my breath that way so it just blows the smoke away. Just like that. Now, click that pen off, let it cool down a little bit. So again, we've just done the straight parts and the 2. Now, we're going to get that B going. Now, on the on either side, you're going to see little dots there that I've drawn. That's for the Two Brothers One Vision. On our logo, And this is from Stevens S Carvings, you guys. He made us this awesome bookmark. You see the dots on either side? Well, that is the two brothers, the two individual brothers. Our logo is made up of a whole bunch of different stuff. The Pisces sign, the Métis Indigenous sign. There's P's in there. There's B's. There's a Dib Brothers in there. There's P's in there for purpose and for pain, made in pain. There's all sorts of stuff in our logo, but the dots are for the two individual brothers that make up Two Brothers One Vision. And that's why I always, even when we're just doing the signature, and I always have those dots on either side. And I'll do that. This one makes me laugh. This here is the F99.023. Like it needed a number like that. And all it is just a little ball. Just a little ball. Just a little wee ball. But it's perfect for making those dots on our 2B1V. So let's do that quick. Well, actually, you know what? Because I have OCD tendencies, I'm sorry, but I'm not afraid to admit, I have a way of doing things. I have to do the dots at the end. Don't ask me why, because I don't know what I'd say, but we're doing the B next. Now, for this big hand piece, I always have to turn it up higher. It just needs more juice to get. So as that's getting higher, I'm just going to check my chat here, you guys. Mr. John is in the house. Stevens S Carvings. Yep, 2B1V with the dots. That's right, Stephen. Thank you, Stephen. David Grass is here. Love your logos. Hi, guys. It's David. Thanks, man. Old David Grass, kicking ass grass is in the house, you guys. Oh, the tribe are all tuning in. The tribe strong. My goodness. You guys are so good to Wowie coming in here and supporting this show. Now, this one is always weird, this handpiece or this pen. You just never know when it's. Now that looks like it's getting hot. Okay, let's give her. Here goes the first B. Rock it back. And it just makes for the perfect little B. Right, then I get hot again. Let's do that again. Now, just so it doesn't look, well, things, I like overanalyze stuff to crazy degrees. I'm going to switch back over to my little one here and just fix. I always got to fix the B a little bit when I've done it that way quickly. Okay, I can see it's hot. So I just carry that one part of the B out. Okay. That is done. Now, as that cools off, I will get that little dot doer. Where's that little dot doer? Get that little dot doer doing. No, we're going to do some dots. We are going to do it to her. Almost there, you guys. Everybody's just saying hi to John. Oh, Joseph is still here, just with us, listening and watching. Thank you, Joe. You know what? How much it means, old Wowie. Old Wowie and the Wowie show. Okay, here comes the dots, guys. The two brothers. Alrighty, there's one. Give her a little heat there. Yep, looks like she's ready to rip. Let's go. Done deal. Okay, I'll let that cool. Unplug it. I'm pretty sure that this one, yeah, they really don't take a long time to cool down. That's cool about those things. But I love razor tip. I think I am gonna message them and just say, hey, you know, I'm still just a small guy, but I'm always using your stuff. You want to be an affiliate or something? You know what it is? Yes, it's cool to say I'm an affiliate and this and that, and be able to have a little kickback for the channel because we put it back to you guys, right? For getting stickers and getting prizes. We're gonna be talking about the prizes pretty soon here. But yes, I really, I feel strongly about being able to give it back to the viewers. And so, if I'm an affiliate with Razor Tip, because we're always giving them the shout outs, then we can put it back into you guys. Like, yes, it's cool to be able to say you're an affiliate, but I have bigger, deeper reasons of why I'm doing these things, because I've been really, trying to work past all of that ego BS, because it doesn't get you nowhere. I know we're being, a lot of people say we got to be cutthroat in this world, and for a long time, was. I tried to listen to that, you know, just growing up in the 80s as a kid, being so influential, and the world's your oyster. But what, in that era, they were trying to teach everybody that we got to be these cutthroat, every dog, dog eat dog. And I'm just not that kind of cat. That ain't my bag, man. That ain't my bag. So there's that. Okay. And that's why, wow, he never did well in that whole world. Because I freaking, I just, I had more fun just being happy with people and partying, and being a bartender, and having like, okay, that's done. This doesn't want to wrap up. And so we're just going to do that later. Okay. Put this thing in this. But yeah, I didn't want to be a part of that cutthroat business life. Okay. Look at this. I've always been an artist. And when I was little, and people would say, what are you going to do when you grow up? And I said, I'd be an artist. And people would say, you can't do that. You got to work. That's where the working with an E comes from, guys. If you're new here, because art is our work. There it is, you guys. 2B1V with a peepler above. Officially signed. Now we can get this beautiful, beautiful base. And again, Pete, thank you so much for making that. Because Labra wouldn't be Labra without its base. I'm going to put that over here where it's safe. Because now we're going to get into the messy stuff. Put this cord up here. This algae, this little thing here, is for a project that we started way when we first started doing the lives, and then I got carried away. And Christopher's Creation still brings it up. I got to finish that thing. But yeah, we're going to actually. I guess I can keep my board because we're just working with stains. But yeah, that little round bit there is going to be a light piece. This is the base of a light piece, and I'm using a driftwood knot as the sconce part that's going to hold the chandelier socket. And so there's going to be, and then where it lights up here, I'm gonna burn in our 2B1V brand, so that when you light it on, turn this thing on, it lights that up. It just makes the logo glow. Okay. And I have all the bits ready for it, but I just got to put it together. And Chris, Rachel, if you're ever watching, buddy, I promise you, we will finish that. I'll probably send it to you just because. Just because you always kind of busted me nuggets about it. Okay, guys. Next, we are going to stain Labra. Now, I am using, this is a cherry Minwax wood finish, and I chose this because it's lighter, and I kind of had to look at Labra and think about all the different degrees of color, right? All the different colors in that. Now, I could have went just right crazy and went right dark, but because you see the browns get pretty brown. But I didn't think that we needed to be that severe. Okay. So, and I've been out here sanding now. I can see a couple spots there and there that are going to bug me once but I'm just going to have to be happy with what I got. I may try and get in there before I hit. Yeah, I will. Let's just be honest. I'm going to go in there and try and take a little bit of those, couple little bit of maker's marks in there. It's hard to get in there and sand, but I just had to choose how deep I wanted to go. And I just know from using this on the old gnome home there that it worked out just fine. So I'm going to do that because it's a lighter tone. And then if it's not jiving with my brain the way I want it to, I can go to this step. And this would be like the next step up. And that's the traditional. Oh, no, that's the Sedona. That ain't right. Jeez. I was glad I caught that. Anyways, we got a darker one. It's called American Traditional. And I think it's in the closet. So if I do have to get it, I'm going to have to do a little happy walk around the counter there. But so with that, I'm going to have a little sip of water. Stay hydrated, guys. Don't pass out on your live stream. Make your wife mad. Shout out to Spooky Doobie. All right. Now I'm really interested in trying and see if I can figure out if there's an automatic noise canceling on when we're in live. And if it is, if I hit that little mic button to address it. But like I said, I never want to F with the live while it's living. All right, if that makes any sense. I just don't like doing that. Okay, I'm gonna get this thing up here. That's a good switch with the mixer. Get my special. I have the same thing I always use. Again, I'm a weird man with weird tendencies, but I always have to use the same freaking thing for my paint cans. And we'll start mixing this up here. Getting her nice and mixed. I guess I should be smart about it. Smart about it. My gloves. You don't want to hear that sound. You're in the doctor's office. But we ain't going there. Ow. Chow. Okay. So yes. Let's get mixing this stain. Ain't no time like the present. Time to do it to it. That's too bad because you know what, guys? I have a song. I was telling some of you before that I made a song for Do It To It. And if you don't know, the round to it is something very special to our family. And we actually have, there's only a few of these in existence now. That says to it. It's backwards again. But there's our logo. But yes, guys, the round to it is a very meaningful thing in our family. So whenever you're hearing me saying do it to it, well, there's a lot to it when I do it. Ow! Okay, shut up, Wowie. Here we go. We're gonna get mixing. We are gonna get mixing. Well, Lawrence is back. How's it going, Lawrence? There's a place in the strip district of Pittsburgh that has everything you can think of candy, even from the 70s now. Oh, cool. You guys are talking about candy. We have a shop like that here in Sydney. Like the old the strips are the ones that have like the fizzy, the little hard candies with fizzies inside. I love those fizzies. You know what? There's another thing that has one of those shops I saw. New York Seltzer. Remember the New York Seltzer pops? No, it was one of those things that in Grand Prairie was only in the health food store for some reason. And sometimes my mom would let us go in there, and we liked the health food gummy berries with the powder, the fuzzy. I call them fuzzy berries, and because they were made with real fruit. And this is back before you can get this kind of stuff, right? Early '80s. But yeah, that health food store had the New York seltzer pops, and I just freaking loved them. And all sorts of stuff that you can't get no more. Big Chew, the old Big Chew, you know what I'm saying? The Big Chew, you know, Big Chew gum. Little tiny plastic trash cans full of weird little candies. They look like, the Flintstone vitamins, but they were sugar candies. I remember there was a little tiny burger. It looked like the old school McDonald's styrofoam thing. And you would open it up and there was like a candy burger inside. It may have been bubble gum. Big League Chew. There you go. That's right. Oh, the good old candies from when we were young. So I was out here in the pre-live show just to give her and sanding, because I know a lot of times when you finally get to the point where you're going to do it and you start staining it, any of those spots, I'm just going to get in there and see if I can make that look a bit better around those nose humps. But yes, the stain can have a tendency of making those spots like amplify. I guess is a good word for it. Oh, goodness. My cousin Aubrey, I was just thinking of you guys this morning, and if Kale's listening, I love you, buddy. I don't know if I can make it for Kale's birthday. It's still kind of up in the air for me. I'm trying. I got some things that are going on, but Kale is going to be turning 19, you guys, and Kale's the digital wizard who made our amazing Kindred Spirits logo. And I love my family so much. I just can't believe that those kids are going to be adults. Like Kale's the youngest. All of the rest of them are already young adults. They're just amazing, amazing kids. They're so cool. They all have the coolest, most unique interests. And Coase and Aubrey have always supported them fully and done everything that they could do so that those kids could have chase the dreams that they all individually have. And that's looking a bit better, but I think I would really have to mess with this for a long time to get all of them out. And the thing with sealing and staining too, you guys, is that you can go back, hit it with a sand if you have to, and then just seal it again, stain it again. Like until it's sealed, nothing is set in absolute stone. Okay. So we'll give that a good mix. Make sure we are on point. And then we're just going to start. I'm going to start with the back so that I can work my way around. And then I'm not mucking with holding my hands on the front as I do the back, okay? So let's just start doing it. Alrighty, guys. This could be a little bit scary. Hello, Jan. Jan Roloff. Hello, Jan. I hope I said that right. Oh, you got to go, Vincent. Have a great night, Vincent. Thank you for your support and tuning in. Well, guys, here we go. We are going to see what happens with the cherry. No turning back now. Ooh. Ooh. Now this I like. It is doing what I was hoping it would do. Should I do I'm going to go around. When I do the final wiring of this of Labra, it'll be glued onto the base that you just saw me working on there. Okay, now we got runnage. We don't want runnage going that way into the face. So you can see already how it's like blending in with the colors, and it's not such a harsh, how would I say it? There's just not such a harsh range. So I'm just going to do the edge here and wrap it around the sides so that it's done, and there's no light spots. But yes, I'm going to glue this once it's all ready and done into the base, and then do all of the lamp wiring and stuff one last time, and then it'll never be frickin'. I'm going to do it in the whole thing because my brain is wanting me to. For one last time, you light it, you lamp it, and wire it for one last time, and then it's done. And it's a lamp, and it's it's forever like that. There's only going to be one more time I'm going to have to lamp or wire it up, and that's going to be coming up soon. But not today, because once we get her stained today, you guys, we're going to have to let it all dry, see if we're going to need any more. But then we're going to be sealing it with probably a Rust-Oleum spray. I've been having really good luck with the old Rust-Oleum spray. And then we can wire it for its final time. Make sure I'm not messing nothing up here. Oh my goodness, you guys. When you like work on something for this long and so much time and thought and worry, when you get to the point like this where you're just like, no, you know what? Screw it. We're no more hesitation. Because procrastination kills dreams. And that's what the whole do it to it is about. The round to it. That's why my grandparents had it on their fridge, and that's where Darren and I first became aware of the round to its. It was like, because they were homesteaders. They were hunters. My grandma was an upholstery expert. My grandfather was an expert engineer and welder. And they were also managers to their kids' country band, Northern Sunrise. So I come from, not just on my mom's side, then on my dad's side, I got amazing grandparents with talents. Like my granny is a wicked musician, as are all my aunts and uncles on my mom's side. And they were in the band. But yeah, my grandparents had that round to it on their fridge, and they had snipped it out of a newspaper from somewhere. And so me and my brother are just stupid big bobbly heads, wide-eyed. We would just sit there and stare at everything that was on the fridge. It was just something that you do when you're little, because your grandparents are like magical heroes, and just always made an impact on me. And my grandma once said, we were asking about, what is that? What does that mean? Because the thing that they had said, this is the official round to it. And once you have a to it, you got no excuses. You do it to it. Any dream that you had, once you have the to it, you are now capable of achieving that dream. And we were just like, wow, that is so cool. But it was one of those things. Round two, it's had their time probably in the 60s and 70s, I believe, is when they were really popular. And lots of people used them for promotional. I have one right up here. Where is my to it? There it is. See this here? This was some old chip. What does it say? Rental center. Mount Shasta Rental Center. And it's a to it. So I got that off eBay. Because when I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's one of those things. But anyways, it has always, meant something to us. And so when I started doing our channel and everything else, I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we are going to have round to its for our promotional material, and it's dedicated to our grandparents. Grandma and Grandpa Sater, wherever you are listening from, we love you. And we miss you dearly. And we thank you for all of your phenomenal influences and teachings. So, guys, as you can see, as I'm babbling here, I'm working my way around there. I'm just going to put it down for a second and let you guys see where we've got so far. So you see there how the colors are all kind of like meshing together better? That's what I'm shooting for. And since I'm talking about tuits, I can't touch it because it's on the wall. But Pete Blair made us a tuit, and it's stuck on the wall here right next to algae. And Hobo Jack's special discs that he made for us with his symbol. They're all right here looking me in the face. But anytime I come here and stand at the creation station, I got Pete's tuit staring me too. Staring at me. Thank you for that, brother. Hey, Rhinestone is back. Oh no, she had to chase her husky. Her husky escaped. Damn. Did you get him? I have it hanging right by my workbench right here in the shop, Wowie. Perry's Emporium. Hello, Perry's. How are you doing? Rhinestone Suzanne. I love the fade. I love the fade you get, Wowie. Thank you, Black Widow. Ain't no fun losing your dog. Thankfully, I have a little shit dog named Poppy, and she don't get too far. As a matter of fact, we now have bought her a frickin' cart that some of you may have seen in my recent reels. We bought Poppy the cart. It's a pet. It's a proper pet cart, you guys. Like $250 on Amazon. And then I was even going to go and use my Amazon linkage thing and link it underneath my reel that I made with Lola and Poppy, but that model is already sold out. And when we bought it, it said last one, but I thought, yeah, they'll it's the last one for now, but they'll restock, but they haven't yet. I saw the same company has a smaller version, but Katie and I got the last bigger one for now. But yeah, we bought it for Poppy, but until she can't walk at all anymore, we'll bring Lola along too. But you see, Poppy's getting to the point where she always wants to go out and have her walks and stuff, but she'll dawdle now. She'll walk about 6 feet and then stop, smell on something for about 30 seconds, take a little drizzled pee. It ain't even a pee, it's just, I don't know what she's doing. But we don't get far. It'll take us like, 10, 15 minutes to make it a block. And I know too that she loves to smell everything, of course, all dogs do, but at the same time, she's getting slower, she's 13. So we got her special cart, man. And now we can take her, like we have a really, really amazing creek that's about a 10-minute walk from our house, like beautiful rainforest, babbling, crickling brook, beautiful. We take Poppy there and she'd just freaking walk right into the middle of the stream. She would look like a freaking drowned rat when we were done at the creek. She just loves the creek. But we haven't been able to get her there for years now because she's gotten older. So now we got this special freaking part, and it even has shocks on it. It's so cool. But now Poppy don't have to stay home, you guys. Okay, now I am just going to give that a second. So I think by the time I've gotten to the front there, we may be able to give Labra a second coat by the time. Okay, now we got some spots in the back here. I gotta catch up here with. Got too excited on me. We had a little bit of runnage back there, and we don't want that. But yeah, like I was saying, rambling on earlier, I'm just on a roll where I'm just trying. I just want to finish pieces now. I just finished. If you guys saw the piece that Flora, the flower pot, that are also in this whole line of creations that we collaborated with Pete on, I just finished finally doing Claire's. So Flora, I'm giving to Claire. She's our sister that lives in France. She's in Spain right now, but she didn't know she was getting her. And so I was like, "Hey, Claire, I'm having problems here in my brain. having a brain cramp." She's like, "Yeah, what's up, brother?" And I said, Flora, because actually she knows Flora well, like particularly because I kind of had like a little. It wasn't a concert, but I said, "Let's name these things, right?" And so I let the group chat name the piece, and Claire came up with Flora, and so I was always like, "That's cool." Clara named her, and then Claire sent me a beautiful, beautiful carving, which she sent me algae, and the carving is called Acceptance. And Claire hurt her back really, really bad not too long ago. And when she was in the throes of really horrifying pain, how are we looking there, guys? You see what I mean? Like his features, like his face and stuff pops out better now. And that's what I was hoping for. And it freaking worked. What do you guys think, eh? How? Joe! On Pete's amazing base, and now the base and the candle also have a little bit of a more of a difference in color, and I think that's also going to really, really benefit it. But anyways, back to Flora. I asked Claire, I said, I'm just gonna have a little break here and let this stain set in and finish my story. I want you guys to be able to see it good. There we go. Now, I asked Claire, I said, since you named it, how would you color it? If it was you doing it, how would you color it? And she was like, "Whoa, man." And she thought about it, and she's like, "You know what? She's like, my vision is Flora would be a dark, dark greeny blue, and it's really, really dark at the base, and it's graduate, like the colors graduate to the top, and it's like no stain at the top, and it gets dark, dark at the bottom." And I was like, "Okay, that's a really good idea." But all along, she doesn't know that I'm doing it for her. So not only did she name the piece, but now she gave me her opinion on how she would personally finish it, because I'm going to send it to her. And we just finished doing that, and I was so scared to do that, man. We put a lot of time carving it. That's the same as this piece here. You put so much time and love carving it, and then when it comes to times for like adding dyes and stains and this and that, it can be really stressful for the creator, right? But the green worked out perfectly. And the way that Flora, the green one, the way that it worked is that the wood on the inside, because it comes up at a fluted top, that wood was a harder wood than the outside wood. So the outside wood sucked the blue green, the turquoise dye that I created there. I mixed blue and green from Lee Valley and made kind of a turquoise. It sucked it in down here, but it didn't even want to suck it in at the top. So long story short, when I did it, and then I was rubbing it away at the top, it just worked perfectly. It just fulfilled the vision. I'm still like so surprised. Okay, I see some spots here that I missed, so that's good. I'm still surprised how well that worked, adding that green. And then Pete helped me out with Pete's really, really good with all things wood, but knowing like the different chemicals to use on different stains, and he knew exactly what to use for the aniline dye, for sealing the aniline dye in. And I got a wood sealer. It's called Zinsser. It's waxless shellac aerosol sealer. And you seal the dye in with that, and then you can use any type of top coat. If Pete's still listening, I hope I got all that right. And I did that. First, I sealed it with the Zinsser shellac, and let that sit and set. I gave it actually 3 coats of the shellac, and then I let that sit for 24 hours. Then I went out the next day. It was thank goodness it was a sunny day. And we fricking did her, man. And we sealed it with the Rust-Oleum matte for 2 coats, just to be sure. And yeah, it just, everything just worked, thank goodness, perfectly. And it's all done now and going to be sent to France. And the cool thing about our vessels, and that's the Warrior Vase, Felix, the one that we're going to be sealing next with the same stuff. His name's Felix. He's the potbelly one that we did on this show too. Please, folks, if you're just watching new, look back at our lives. We have so many cool creations. And the ones that I did with Pete, that he turned, we did it specifically. Not this is made for a light socket, but I'm just using this as an example. On our flower vessels, we made it specifically so that I bought a glass beaker, and the glass beaker slides into them so that you can actually add water and for like flowers and stuff. So you won't wreck your wood thing, your wood vessel. You feel me? So Pete made them all so that they can hold these glass beakers. That glass beaker idea was by Spooky Doobie too, my wife. Shout out to Katie. She's freaking an amazing artist, you guys. She's really, really good. So she gave me the idea, and she's like, and don't glue the. First, I was going to glue the beaker in, and she's like, no, do that. And I'm like, why not? And she's like, because that if you leave it so you can slide it in and out, then you can clean them, take them out and clean it up and stuff in between different flowers. And I was just like, you're a freaking genius. I'm married to a freaking genius. Love you, baby. Oh, spooky doobies. That's right. Black Widow's honor. Spooky doobie. Oh, Grumpy just made a microwave dinner. Check them all out. They're awesome, says Black Widow. Thank you, sir. That state of Shane worked perfectly. I hate that I have to go, but I have to have dinner. Love you all and catch you later. Tribe strong. Thank you, Rhinestone. You have a great evening, sister. Give my best to Josh. You guys are just awesome people. Now look at that. Don't you agree, Pete, eh? That was like perfect. It's not too dark. And it just makes all of those features. It makes those transitions in color not so harsh. Isn't that neat? Oh, I see a couple, but no, I think we're all up there. Oh no, one underneath the nose. Look at you, oh, you dumb twit. Right underneath the nose, I left a spot. I tell you, folks, this live television stuff is it can be kind of tricky doings. Now, let me hit there. There you are, you bugger. Almost got me. And since they're there, we're just going to hit all those wrinkles one more time from that angle there, so we know we got them. Got them good. Yeah, Pete, I agree, man. That was the color to choose. We don't need to go any darker or nothing, I would say. Hey guys, Joe! Thanks for hanging in and watching, you guys. I know that staining wood isn't the most exciting thing to watch, but it sure is great to be able to see these projects all the way through. Now, lava is going to need to dry now. I'm going to do a big batch of cleaning brushes. I'm going to do a big house cleaning soon here and clean all of my brushes. with turpentine or whatever, and get this place all cleaned up for next week. But as I sit here and have a little tiny little break here, we want to talk about prizes. Now, I've been hinting and teasing that we might be doing some prizes soon. Okay? Now, this is where I'm going to back out on my camera, bring it back to me. Whoop. Boogie boogie. And then have a chat with you folks about it. Now, the idea is that once a month we're going to do a giveaway on the live show, okay? I'm not going to say which live show it's going to happen. And the prize part is now Mr. Blair there is a very, very generous guy. He has agreed that he is going to donate some of his mandrels as prizes, which are awesome tools. It is why that I'm always giving them away and showing people when I'm on here on the channel that I'm using them, is because I love them. I use them all the time. You know that I have a bit of a sander. I got a sanding thing. It's funny, on Kindred Spirits today, Lace McMillan, an amazing sister and carver herself, man. Lace is one of the best, you guys. She's part of the Kindred Spirits family, and she carved our Kindred Spirits logo. It's hanging in the Hall of Creation. And so Lace posted a picture of her carving today, and she said, shout out to everybody who hates sanding. This is like the bane of my existence. And I just kind of said LOL. And I said, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut because I have a sanding fetish. And but it's funny, but it's not it's not untrue. I do have this thing about maker's marks, eliminating them, and being able to just sand things so that they're so smooth, and it's just a thing I have. Okay, I sand more than I carve in these creations, and I can honestly say that, like, it's the truth. So it is the main reason why, if Pete gives me a couple of mandrels, and anytime I send out a sticker package or whatever, I try and include one, because they're just good tools, and it makes carving easier. That's the biggest thing, is that if you're a wood carver, these mandrels and these little sanding attachments and stuff that you can get, and it's like the little padded one, that Matt carves turned me on to, and Pete makes them too. But this one here, you just get from Amazon. I got a little pack set. Those things can really, really help you, because sanding can be very, very frustrating. So Pete is donating some of those. So basically, like, when we do a prize, you're going to have stickers. You're going to get a pack of stickers for whatever stickers I have in stock. And then you're also going to have a tool of some sort. But I've been thinking, like, I also know that a lot of people do have Pete's mandrels already. So tonight, when I'm done here, I'm going to write Mike from Kutzall and see what he says, and see if they'll throw in some single burrs. And I can't promise of giving a burr set each month. I just know that, sorry, excuse me. Gotta clear my nose here. I know that I can't expect them to, excuse me. Here, listen to the chimes. That's from Bobo Jack. That's the fairies wishing us a happy show. Now, I know I don't expect Kutzall to be able to give us like Burr kits and stuff, and being able to do that once a month. But I'm pretty sure that Mike, because he's such an amazing supporter, I know that he'll throw in something. I know he'll be part. It's just the way he is. So that possibly could be part of it. I'm racking my brain, but I wanted to ask all of you guys, like, please just throw it into the live chat. What do you think would be cool prizes? Like, possibly, maybe, for I could have a watcher in the prize pack, with the stickers and stuff, and then whatever tool, maybe whoever wins gets to pick out of the tool pool, if you will. Maybe get a little watcher. I don't know yet, but it has to be special, and it has to be, worthy of people tuning in and seeing if it's going to happen. It's part of. I just want to work on the draw of getting folks in here and having a good time. And how better of a way of giving back to the subscribers, the wonders, other than prizes, just rando prizes. So I want to hear ideas on things. Hey, Beating Crazy Custom Creations is here. Hello. Jen is here. Hello, Jen. How you doing? Eep Jen. Look at all these sisters rolling in. That's wicked. Thanks for coming. Ciao. Tribe strong, that is right. But yeah, I would like to know your guys' thoughts. If you have an idea, if you're thinking of an idea, please email me. My email is always open. Wowwy'z Workshop at gmail.com. I would love to hear you guys' ideas on different things, because it's why we're doing this. It's for you guys. It's for you wonders. We want to give back, and we just want to make the live shows so much more fun. I'm having such a great time doing it in the OBS. I'm doing this here, so I'm trying to mix it up. So I'm going to do it in streaming shorts every so often, and I just have kind of fun doing it this way too. It's kind of the OG way, right? But I'm missing my music. I'm missing the music. I'm missing the theatrical part of OBS Studio. I just love that. So I can't promise that we're always going to be in this format. I really like having the music and stuff, but the reason why I did the whole OBS thing is, again, going back to this point I'm trying to make here in my rambling way. It's for the viewer, trying to make it a visual and audio experience, and be worthy of your precious time to tune in and come and see what the frick we're doing. I saw Eve Jen say, what did I miss? Look at this. Looky here. Ho, ho, ho. We have stained Labra, and he is happier than ever. That's what we did on the first tap there. Eep Jen. Eep Jen is our YouTube name there. So, oh yeah, look at this, guys. My shirt. Look at it. It's Wowie Walking Poppy. Hey, a Bigfoot, a little doggy. Me and Bubba. Okay, sorry about that. Putting myself back up. Okay. Beautiful Wowie. Thank you, Black Widow. Heck yeah, says Jen. The other views are great. Daniel Tharp is still here. Thank you for being here, brother. Loving that color, Wowie, says Daniel. Tribe Strong, says Eep Jen. You're freaking right. Yes, the other views are great too. Having the overhead and having the web bot and stuff. I love being able to provide all that for you guys. Yeah, it is a cool shirt, eh? They bought that for me. They said that they got that for me. My family, that's you and Bubba. Thank you, Beating Crazy Custom Creations. Thank you. Nice shirt, says Perry's Emporium. Thank you, Perry's. Appreciate it. So yeah, that's my ramble. Oh, one more time. Hobo Jack. Blessing our day. Okay. That's my ramble about the prizes. So they're coming soon. You're never not gonna know when it's gonna happen. And then what we're hoping, and I'm talking with a couple people in the background about this, as we can do it so that it has something to do with the live, the show for the day. Whether it be something like I might go ramble off and tell you a story at the beginning of the show, and then later on I might ask you, hey, what about that story? What did I say about yada yada bing bong? Right? One of those situations. What did I say about this? What did I say about that? And then the first person to pop up and say it wins. Or maybe I just even more random than that. I don't know how to do it, like how to use the live chat and the live stream, and to be able to do this. So we're open to ideas. We're gonna do it. There ain't no stopping that. We are gonna do it. But we want you guys' input. We want your guys' input. Like the old TV glued show contest. Yes, exactly. You couldn't hear the chimes either. Jesus. There must be some type of noise cancellation thing going on here. Hey, how do I do it? The laptop does have some noise cancellation, but I think today the laptop is what I use on my when I do my OBS. But today I'm in the phone, so I think I'm my audio is coming from the phone. But there's a mic thing here on the phone, but I don't know if I don't want to start pushing shit in the middle of our lives. But I'm gonna get as soon as this is done, I'm gonna be on here figuring it out because YouTube does have all the answers when you have these run into these things. YouTube is just such an amazing source of uh of information. What phone do I got? I got an iPhone 16, sir. Daniel says I haven't had fingerprints in 4 years from sanding. I hear you, bro. I hear you, but these mandrels sure do freaking help. Check your recording settings. Okay, I will have to do that because I would love to be able to have some background music in the vertical here. Now I do have vertical mode for OBS, but I tried it a couple of times. It's like you have to do this whole different plugin and stuff. It's called Artema or something, or I can't recall right now. But when I tried it and did it and I did a vertical from the streaming software, I actually got less views than I did in the horizontal streaming software. So I was just like, oh my god, I'm putting all this time and effort into learning these things and putting them setting it up on the OBS because it actually takes a lot of time to set your OBS up and for less views. And so I was like, I only tried it once and I'm not doing it again I'm not doing vertical and OBS again. Yes, it is cool to have the music. Let me try and turn that on one more time and see. You guys can't hear it at all. It's like now it's like picking at my brain. Here, I'm going to play it again. Nothing. Nothing. My God. You should hear it because that there is a banger. Oh, beating crazy has to go. I thought I would pop in and give you a like. Thank you very, very much. She needs to go finish my video before I lose power from the storms. Well, best luck with the video and thank you so much for popping in, Miss Francis. I got to remember that's Miss Francis. Be safe, Miss Francis. Alrighty, guys. Well, we got to this point here where I think I'm going to let him. I'm going to get him over here. I'm just going to move this for a second while I switch a few things around. And I'm just going to get Labra over here to somewhere safe. Oh, Joe! I love it when a freaking plan comes together, eh, guys? So I'll set it over here. It's nice and safe to dry. So we got a washer here. Now I know it's loud, but we got noise cancellation. And this little washer needs some work. So what do you guys think for the last little bit? I work on this little washer a bit and get it ready for being a prize to somebody. The last little bit of our show. Does that sound okay? No music. That's just crazy. I cannot believe that. Okay, dokie. Here. Just for the last little bit here. Do it, do it. It's hailing there now, says Miss Francis. You be safe, sister. These hearts are for you. Those hearts are for you. Mike is making stuff is here. Hey, brother. It's been a real long time. Thanks for popping in, bro. Yeah, I figured, might as well work on a little watcher, while we'll still have time. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So, it is time to do work, folks. I am going to roll up my sleeve and get on my special cuff, my Klein Tools cuff. Now, this little baby makes your power carving situation so much more sound because you got your burrs right on your wrist and ready to frickin' rip, right? What are we going to use today? Well, when I'm doing my watchers, I know I'm going to have to get in and around there and around the head a little bit more and get in there. I got my microcarver here with my good old Dremel 7144, my handy dandy, my tried and true right there. Can I get you guys any closer? Let's see that zoom. Oh, yeah. Okay. This one in there. This one's in the way. Okay. Yeah, I was going to try and move that pewter, but can't move the pewter. So yes, I got my microcarver here on the side. That's got my 7144 by Awesome Burr that I use all the time from Dremel. They're in the Amazon links below. So we'll be using that to go around and get a little bit more up and under the hood there. But I got this watcher to the point here. Now, when I'm doing this part in the cloak, I really like to use the Dremel, or not the Dremel, the Kutzall. It's a sphere, but I know where it is. See, I also have this little thing that I call my tried and trues. And they're like all my Kutzalls that I always have right on handy, So I like to use this little one to get in there. This is the small ball in coarse. And I get in there, and it's a great way to get that space in behind. And I like to leave an outer edge. Like, you're going to see once I get started. But on the cloak, I like to leave a nice flat edge there for when it's, these watchers are always holding a gift for mankind. That's the thing about the watchers, right? They came with gifts. These aren't the bad watchers that the 200 fallen angels that mixed with the daughters of man and kind of corrupted humankind that are in the book of Enoch. Wowwy'z watchers aren't those bad ones. Wowwy'z watchers are the head angels that stayed good. Those are the watchers that we hang out with, okay? So they're always holding a gift for mankind. And I like most of the time I like to use a crystal. And I have a little one here that's been waiting. This one is rose quartz, which in a lot of people say is the love crystal, right? This actually might even still be a bit big for this watcher, but I'm just showing you as an example that I got to get in there and make it so that I can insert when it comes time the gift. Okay. Thank you for coming. Mike is making stuff. I know it's been a long time. And I know you're a very, very busy creator yourself. So it sure does help when you come. Hope you're good. Hope you are good, brother. So yes, we're going to do that and get working in there and get a little space established. And then maybe if we get there, we can drill in the spot for the crystal. But that's how watchers work. And they're very, very, it's a basic design, but they sure mean a freaking heck of a lot. I can tell you that, man. Watchers are basically, I guess if you were to like break it down, they're angel wood spirits that are sentinel watchers and protectors for whoever they're made for. So if you give somebody a watcher, you're giving them like this standing on guard protector. And it's freaking wicked, man. They're just I just love watchers, if you haven't noticed already. Okay. Now I'm going to put on my mouth thing here and we're going to do a little carving. Rose quartz promotes healing and red blood cell production within the body. It pulls energy from the existence and transfers it into the living things around it. Thank you, Hobo. Look, we got all these wonders on deck, ready to frickin' search. That's awesome. Thank you, Jack. All right, guys, let's do a little carving.
Okay, get that PPE off me. Now, I just wanted to say you can only go so far on the watcher on the outside, like sanding and everything else, because watchers, the fact that they are angels and are protectors of mankind. Sorry about the car sick here, you guys. They've been to the gates of hell and back, the fires of hell, I should say. So all of our watchers are always, if we can, we show Sugi band them. So I shouldn't put too much time into sanding and doing all that on the outside because I know I'm going to burn. I'm going to burn that fricker. I'm going to burn it real good. And I just find that it just adds to the magic of the watcher. It signifies that it's an angel that's went and battled the demons that hurt us. As you can see there in that little tiny hole peeking down there, I've started the slot where the gem, or the gift, I should say, for mankind will go. I always do the watchers without faces, without facial features, because the stories of old said that the stories of the watchers, they said that they were faces, angels with no, you couldn't identify as gender or a gender. They were like these
otherworldly beings that had faces of fire. And I read that somewhere, I heard that somewhere. I think it came from the Book of Enoch, where the stories of the Watchers originally comes from. But the whole faces of fire and not seeing any actual, human features. They were just like these glowing, freaking powerful. At the end of Dark Crystal, when you see the mystics and the Skeksis come together and they create this freaking ultimate being, which scared me so bad I was crying when I was little. Darren with me, but yeah, that's the kind of magic and the mystique that I love and that I love to have with our watchers. And so that's why I always do them without any facial features. Believe me, I could put in facial features. I'm very much capable of doing that. Thank you very much. But I don't like to. I like to make them so that they're kind of have this mystical, magical feel about them. And that's why I do them that way. Hello, So is in the house. I thought So was out, wasn't able to be able to come. Yeah, you can put Scotch Brite in those flap sanders. You guys are gonna see too, like when I do the Shosugi band with this little watcher, I use it's right here. I use my take a Pete Blair mandrel and put some. This is called synthetic steel wool that I got from Canadian Tire, but it's the same thing. It's a fancy way of saying Scotch Brite and charging you more. Synthetic steel wool. But Jess, that works awesomely for sanding too. And when you're doing the Shosugi band and you're getting all the soot away, that the Scotch Brite trick there works just ideally. And the grain, it leaves the grain because it doesn't sand the grain away, but it takes away the char, right? And that gives the Shosugi band that beautiful grain popping effect. And you can see on this one here that it's going to have some wicked stuff. It's got a knot there, so that's going to be fun. It's got a knot here on the side of its head that was kind of had me concerned. But it's why get freaked out and hung up? Just freaking do her, man. You do her. And if it has some unique kind of little touches here and there, that just makes it all even more cooler, in my opinion, anyways. So yeah, we got to start on that one. And So is in the house. She just wanted to wish everybody a wonderful evening. She messaged me earlier and said, "Hey brother, I don't think I'll be able to make it tonight, but tell the tribe that I said bonjour and much love to everybody." But here she is. She slid in just at the last minute to say hello herself. Thank you so. Thank you for coming. And thank you to everybody who's still here, man. Thank you. Hey, Roy's Timber. Roy's is here. Hey, Mike Taz River Artisans is here. Hello, Mike. How are you doing? Roy's Timber Art Techniques. He's another amazing creator, guys. Roy is from across the pond in the UK. Thank you for coming, brother. And Mike Taz River Artisans. I'm going to have to look up your channel. Thanks for coming. Please hit a like and please subscribe for more. We're wrapping up here today, but we're always here. We do a live show every Wednesday, and then I'm always making different videos, different makers videos and stuff, and then reels and shorts. I love making shorts. Don't get many views, but I sure do love them. I love music, so thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. Are you off, Hobo? Okay, Hobo's power just went out. There's some crazy weather hitting folks all across the nation and all across North America and the world. But I just want to say, much love to everybody. You guys are all in my good thoughts and my good prayers. Stay strong and stay safe. Stay safe through this crazy weather. Midnight now at Roy's. Well, I appreciate you popping in, sir. Very much. It truly does help. And we appreciate your support. So you guys saw we got a good jump. We got Labra stained, and he's drying now. So next it'll become sealing him and staining him, epoxying him to his base, his candelabra base, and then wiring them one last time with the lamp wiring, and then Labra will be completed. Oh, we're just rolling through them, you guys. No, done, boof. Flora, the flower pot for Claire, done, poof, gone. We got the warrior vase with the feathers and the braid and everything done. Boom. Not gone. It's sitting right there, but you know what I'm saying? We're just knocking them out, man. We're getting all of these projects that have been loose ends for old Wowie. We're getting them all taken care of, and it's just making me so freaking happy if you haven't noticed. Really appreciate it. Roy's burning the midnight oil. Well, these hearts for all of you folks that have been watching. We truly do appreciate you. Like I said, please subscribe and hit like. Get that algorithm hamster happy for old Wowie. You know, we've hit our 2 hour mark, which is awesome. And I think that's about it for today. I'm pretty sweaty. Her starting to ache from the standing on the stooping over, which is just my life. Maiden pain warrior, like so many of you guys. I'm gonna have to call her a day. But just to summarize and touch back on the gifts. I would love any ideas for you guys because I'm going to be giving away gifts. There ain't no stopping that. So if you have any ideas, if you want to be a donator for gifts, for gift packages, please reach out to me. That would be amazing to make these little gift packages have different things from the different wonders. You're all Wowwy'z wonders out there. And for Two Brothers, One Vision, you're our wonders. You guys are amazing miraculous beings capable of all sorts of magic, each and every one of you. And we believe in you. And you know, the things that we share here, you can do it too. You can do it to it. And we believe in you and we support you just like you support us here at Wowwy'z Workshop. There is no YouTube without you, and that's the truth of it. We always say it, but it's just the blatant truth of it, that there would be no channel, there would be none of this without y'all. And so with that, we appreciate you. Much love. My buddy had a bad back from wringing out a wet cloth. Hey, I feel it, man. If I'm not careful, like with my back, I have to like curtsy all the time to like pick up my dog or do something on. If I have to reach down and pick something up from down here, I have to like curtsy. Because if I just go at it like raw dog, I'm freaking screwed up. I could be screwed up for a week if I pick my cat up wrong. Oh, look after your back, you young whippersnappers. You have no idea what it's like to frickin' blow that, man. 808 members. Awesome family. Oh, we gained a few subs today. Well, that's great to hear. And that's another reason why I wanted to put her in the old vertical and get back a couple subs. So I lost a couple probably because I was saying too much about my my OCD hygiene. Again, Pete, sorry about that. I know I weirded Pete out. And my brother was like, I'm out of here too. Oh, 806. Okay, that's pretty good. Thank you to all the new wonders. Appreciate you guys. That's awesome. Hey, Tark is in the house right at the end, brother. Tark, another friend, another brother from the Kindred Spirits Wood Carvings clan, tribe, however you want to call it. Well, I won't turn it off just now. Let everybody say hello to Tarek. Let me have a little sip here. I hate saying goodbye to you folks. I do. This is truly my most wonderful day of the week. So when I can spend it with all you guys. Oh. And you know what? Since I'm here and we're getting too close to the end, let me see. I have some free wood dice to promote on Friday, says Roy. Oh, that's cool. Oh, 808. I had to refresh, says Grumpy. That's wicked, man. 808 is pretty darn good for a Wowie. We're getting there, folks. And let me tell you, it might be hard for the nice guys. You know, they say the nice guys finish last. Well, that might be true. But you know what? Once this ball of love gets freaking rolling and turns on fire and really gets freaking going like a wildfire, there ain't no stopping us, guys. We are not giving up. You know it, right, Tim? And old Tim, he's been with us since the beginning, man, supporting so many of you had. If Daniel Tharp is there too, watching, he sure supports us and Two Brothers One Vision on Facebook and Instagram. You guys, Two Brothers One Vision is on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok on Two Brothers One Vision. Wowwy'z Workshop just happens to be our YouTube branch of the Two Brothers One Vision tree, if you will. And I'm Wowie. It's my nickname, has been my whole life. I couldn't say Larry when I was little. Wowie bid. Larry Dib. Wowie bid. And that's just that. Oh, there's Daniel. There he is. Slow and steady wins the race, says Grumpy. You freaking know it, man. And I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to do it without y'all. I mean that, you know, from the pit of my, from the bottom of my heart and soul. It's you guys that have kept me doing it. Because let me tell you, there have been certain times because being in pain and there's a lot that goes on in these shows and all of this art, you know, and with that chronic pain, it can be like sometimes I feel like I can't do it, and then I look at the comments and stuff and the support I get when I do post something, and it's just like, holy frick, man, you guys are the fuel. You guys are the fuel to the fire. I want you to know that. Lord, protect soldiers, give them courage, strength, and bring them home safe. Amen. Thank you, Roy. Amen to that, sir. Especially in this day and age. Black Widow says, Larry, he's been my light in times. He's an amazing. Well, thank you very much, Tim. That's very nice of you to say, brother. You know I love you, man. I'm back. Finished my video before. Hey, there's Miss Francis. Miss Francis is still in the house. And again, you know, we're talking. Hey, Mark is here. Hey, Mark, I mentioned you in the beginning. I freaking blew my F-bomb way too early. And I was apologizing to old Anwin there. Thank you, Daniel. Freaking love you, bro. You're a sound freaking soldier and brother to us. Yes, Beads is in the house. Mark Anthony is in. Mark is tuning in from New Zealand. Tribe worldwide. We are Tribe strong. Thank you, and I love it when Mark tunes in. He's another an amazing carver himself and creator, and a great brother and friend. This community is awesome for sure. It is, Grumpy. It is, man. And it's because of people like you. Tribe strong. You darn frickin' tootin' we are. Thank you again, everybody, for being here and hanging. I'll need to know you guys' feedback. I think the majority of you that do tune in every week like it better in the OBS situation with all my music and my different views and different stuff. And I will continue to do that because it gives you guys the best, you know, viewing and listening pleasure, like I say. But we'll have to do this every so often just to get those subs still rolling in because we gotta reach people. We gotta reach people. That's what lighthouses do. To maybe find somebody out there in the storm and help them. Just the way finding YouTube and carving for me, and just art in general for my brother and myself. But when I found YouTube, it was at the beginning of all the lockdowns, and I was going crazy at home. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't be working with my brother. It was the first time we were ever ripped apart since we became collaborators, and I was in a real bad place. And then I turned to YouTube, and I've always had an affinity, an epiphany. What is the word? I've always had this deep love for wood spirits and in storybooks and in, you know, the whole mystical wizard and stuff. I was a big into Dungeons and Dragons when I was a kid, and there was something. I'm a pencil artist, and I always loved to draw a little wood spirit here or there. My favorite thing to draw were haunted trees and like cemeteries and stuff. For some reason, when I was a little kid, I loved the spooky cartoons on Disney and stuff, and I loved Halloween stuff, and so I always drew monsters and stuff. But wood spirits were always a thing for me. So when all that happened, I turned to YouTube because I was just so low. I was lonely and I was lost. And I found power carving. I found Doug Linker, then I found Jordy, and then I found a couple other channels, Just Carve Rob, and it just opened me up into this new world. And because I was a pencil artist, I kind of had a ace up the sleeve, and so I adapted very easily into the carving world. And having this freaking flex shaft, having this in my hand was just like a pencil. And I felt I've got this, and I started, and it just felt like at home to me. Um, my first two wood spirits were done with knives, and I had a couple little tiny cheap gouges here, and it took me about 3 days to make one wood spirit, and a lot of cussing and fissing and a couple of bloody fingers. And then I thought, I don't know if this is for me. I didn't connect to the knife carving like I did with power carving. But once I picked up that flex shaft, it went in my hand, and I laid out that wood spirit the way Jordy taught. Something just opened up in my life, and there is no turning back. And it's been an amazing trip and an amazing gift to have. And you were all part of that. So again, I love you all. Thank you very, very much for all the support. Good night, Sophie. Much love. So these hearts are for you. Roy says, I like to use knives, chisels, and power. I'm the same way, sir. And especially if it's getting in like on the gnome home, when I was doing the windows, when I really wanted like really, really good, crisp, the bars in my window pane and stuff. I did all that with knife gouges and stuff. It's a combination. But I guess my point was doing a wood spirit only with knives and gouges was just it didn't work for me. Didn't work for me. But this fusion, carving fusion, this fusion of carving methods, I guess is the way to say it, is perfect. It's perfect for old Wowie and Two Brothers One Vision, and there ain't no turning back. All right, guys. Well, 4:13. I better get in there and have a good damn ass shower and clean myself up before old Spooky Dooby gets home. Go! So thank you guys all for being here. This has been WIP Wednesdays. Wow! The Wowwy'z Workshop. There is no YouTube without y'all. Thank you. Be good to yourselves and the ones you love. And we will be back next week. Much love, everybody. I love you guys. Wowie out.